Hey there, boys and girls. We're ready to go here with one of our lower bracket matchups. We're on Yemen for our hard point between Pamaj and Co. and what is the Complexity squad here. And after a surprising defeat in the winter semifinals here, Visions, it's Complexity trying to bounce back in a big way, but don't count out this Pamaj squad. They looked good when we saw them in round one. Unfortunately, though, they did play Scump's team, and they weren't able to fully keep up.
Yeah, sadly, it doesn't get any easier for them. But I mean, we did see big things from we did see big things for Happy, and I mean, Happy Face is the one I think that is going to have to try and carry through and see if he might be able to take down the squad. Now, we do see at least a good 20 points already gone over towards Teepee and Co. And they're in a really good position to make this swift rotation towards P2 with only 10 seconds left. So not the start that you want to have here, and at least finally now they're going to be able to get some points on the board as they make this rotation. Oh.
Okay, Karma. He'll just go ahead and triple up real quick, and he's already fully streaked out, ready to go. Hardpoint, of course, will open, and it will be captured. And now it just comes down to how are you going to hit this if you're Pamaj and Co. They're going to do this a little bit split. Two players trying to wrap around the back a touch, and then two from the front, but it's completely staggered. And with that, Aches will double up. Karma's able to find one more, and even though the spawns will flip a little bit, it's still a 50-50, and still on top of the hill is Aches and Co.
Yeah, Rated actually has a big gunfight that he won against Aches, so that makes sure that you still maintain control of the upper side of the map. And you can see now they're just going to try to leave everyone inside of the hill for a quick moment to see if they can maybe start to make this rotation. So X-Rated's going to back up. TP's now going to make its way to the left side. This is the side you want to rotate through because you control the closer spawn when the hill does pop for you. TP has a chance to take some by surprise. He's going to be able to grab himself one onto Pamaj, and now they know where he is, so he has to try and play his life as long as he can.
One more gunfight in front of him, though. This is actually for P3. 5 seconds left until the hill opens up, and as he has a teammate who spawns just to the south of him, this will be a third hardpoint initial time set up for the Complexity squad. Karma mid-map. He is decimating anybody trying to rotate. Has a third potentially around the corner, but it looks like that last player will go the opposite direction, and Crimsex will be in a position to lock down the rotation mid-map. I mean, look at the forward zone just on the mini-map. 1, 2, and 3 from north to south, and I believe it's Teepee who's on the hill. He's just hanging out, having a good old time.
Karma might overlap his streaks here. I mean, likely would look to use them, I'd have to imagine, but we'll see exactly what the plan is for him. I mean, this is probably one of Karma's best maps. I mean, people, I think, remember back in Black Ops 2 where we saw this Impact team go up against, you know, this EU team, I want to say, and Karma went on like a 20 spree or something like this, like probably one of the longest sprees we've seen in competitive gaming. And I mean, he is just so good at being able to read spawns, find these kills, rotate, like all the way towards the back he will go. Rated's going to have to try and sniff him out right now, and I just don't think that they're going to expect Karma to be back here. More streaks coming in as TP also has a Hellstorm, and if they are able to at least control spawns, that's going to make it a tad bit easier to try and get themselves in towards this difficult hill to break.
Nice shots from Happy though onto Karma up top. The bounce back needs to come through. You do need to hit at least 45 on this hill, I feel like, if you're looking at this from Pamaj and Co., if not the full 60. Crimsex trying to work their way through. The streaks are coming up, but Happy finds two. This is okay now all of a sudden. Karma trying to work things from the front. Teep trying to break on in. Nice shots through the wall. He will jump in, bounce out Happy and Co. But one more hit maybe from the back, but it's not coming through. Aches and Crim just holding down the line of sight. Will do 2v4, and now the scrap 20 should be secure for Complexity.
Yeah, you have to chalk it and rotate it, but they're going to spawn behind the old hill. But every single kill that comes through now is going to spawn behind the old hill because everyone else has moved across the map here. So you get the scrap time. You essentially are going to win this rotation because Aches finds this kill. He has the high ground. So as soon as this hill populates, you're going to be able to get the spawns up top coming through for you. And you still have streaks just in case things go bad. But Aches is on an absolute tear. Finds himself yet another one. The streaks are just pouring in, Alan. And this hard point is way out of control.
Yeah, this is tough. There's really no good way to bounce back into this one. We're just cycling through lightning strikes at the moment, and even without the kill streaks finding eliminations, they're able to get it done with the weapons. And this one might be one of our more abusive hard points we've seen thus far. Happy's trying his darndest, I'll tell you that much. I mean, he's putting up a hell of a performance considering the circumstances. But you're going to look at a 180 to 40 tally, and this hardpoint has no scenes of being broken anytime soon. So as we take a look over towards our rotation back to P1, Teep is over the top of the bridgeway, just trying to stay alive and scout out where exactly Happy and Co. are. And now you go to a wide open hardpoint in the middle of the map that's going to have the ability to really let this War Machine speak, but Happy finds a shutdown. This is actually okay, so all of a sudden that's the scrap time contested and an opportunity maybe to get yourself going in the second rotation of hills.
Unlike Black Ops 4, Aches at least is still lucky enough to have the War Machine in his back pocket until he shoots all the cartridges out of it. So we'll see if he can make this rotation over towards P2, where that's the main focus. That's where you want the spawns to come in. Still, streaks are coming in. As soon as someone touches this hill, trying to break past 50-point club, don't mind the 100-point club. And with a couple of kills lined up right now for C6, looks to be good for 1. Just can't combine for 2. Meanwhile, TP, being the objective man that he was never fully appreciated for, throws himself on this open hill, says, listen, guys, play the rotation. I'm just going to sit on this hill, get some more streaks, and soak up some time.
Teepee over the top, gets 1, but not a second. It's just hard. I mean, how do you get back into this game? It's just, you're down by so much, and outside of Happy, who's been able to at least contest some of these gunfights, the rest of his team have been mostly torn apart. Crimsix and Aches are having a whale of a game. I don't know if, Jay, we can pull up the stat line real quick just to see what exactly is the KDs if we're to wait for the end of the game, but this has been bad. Yeah, everybody over 20, and 3 members in the back end can't even get 10, and like you mentioned, Rated already taken the exit. This is 50-point club territory here. 250 to 48 going to be the score.
Wow. Like, I mean, Pamaj's squad is, they have not had it easy today, to say the least. Like, it's been some rough games. They match up against Scump & Co. for the very first match of the day. Pretty much see exactly what happened in that first hard point happens here. And then we go in towards the search and destroy, which, to be fair, was a little bit closer, I think. And maybe that's the game mode that you have to try and take away. But I think the big problem here in this best of 5 is going to be able to find yourself a respawn, it feels like, for sure. So, I mean, yeah, I think that's the biggest problem here. I mean, maybe there's an argument that they grab the search, but even then, I think the squad's really starting to come online and mesh here once again.
Welcome back, everybody. We're jumping into map number 2. It's Meltdown for the search and destroy, and a 50-point club put into effect by complexity on the Yemen hardpoint. So, if you're going to hit the regain button, it's going to have to be now. Otherwise, this series, you might blink and you miss it. As well, here we go. Karma, Happy, trade kills early. So we've got ourselves a 3v3 here, Visions.
3v3, and we saw how important it is to try and lock down a defensive setup here by our bomb site. Aches does find himself a kill in, but has to work through the last 2 players, Jay Hayes as well as Pamaj. Bomb will be picked up. A good amount of time to play with for Aches, as it might be in his best interest to try and play for a rotation, maybe over towards B. Has a chance maybe to try and actually go right back in, finds a kill, turns it into a 1v1. Technical 1v3, remember. Now that reload could have been heard, as he's going to be trying to grab this last player, and both are going to run behind each other, but here comes Aches, finds him, but shoots, and now he's gonna reset the gunfight. 30 seconds left. Aches has to make a play. Does he push? Does he go for the plant? Searching for the kill, but I don't think he's gonna find him, and now he's gonna have to go to B.
What patience this is from Jay Hayes, but the problem is he gonna predict which site that Aches has gone to? He's still working around the middle of the map and is mostly putting his attention to A, so Aches will not only just get the plant off, he can essentially play for whatever post-plant setup he wants to. Knowing that the last time he saw his opponent was over here through barrels, he's going to wrap all the way back around. A couple of shots come in, but Aches is able to stay alive. So Jay Hayes is now re-wrapping around where Aches' position is, and Aches has gained a lot of space with now a lot of time off the clock as well.
Jay Hayes just has no idea. He has no idea where he's going to be coming from, and you have to either play for the prediction. I don't think Aches is going to go for the check, but through the middle to gunfight, and Jay Hayes actually does clutch it up. Aches almost with a 1v3. It looked good for a second, Howland, but the patience will pay off. Jay Hayes takes his time, and he will win out the gunfight.
Well, I'm a bit surprised. I'm not even going to lie that I figured that Aches just essentially keeps baiting and throwing shoulders and just stay away. But he decides to take this peek onto Jay Hayes pretty wide, and even though the shots were really shaky for Jay Hayes, he's able to lock things back down near the end. And yeah, I just don't know. I mean, you see the gunfight coming through. If you're Aches, just shoulder run away. But regardless, still a first round coming through. Big momentum swinger here early on for Pamaj & Co.
Eliminate the objectives.
You can see in the chat too, these guys are going back and forth here. Oh my god, he's Aches a little salty maybe that he did not go for the defuse, but Jay Hayes just waiting patiently, read him in the middle of the map and read correctly. This time though, round number 2, Rated with the kill on towards C6. Pamaj with that scope we talked about. That's going to be now impactful as it finds a kill. Teepee with a quick challenge here on the defense, does not want to throw his life away, but it doesn't matter because Happy Face is coming to him, so he finds himself a kill on the Teepee, and now that's going to put Karma in a 1v3 spot.
Oh, and Pamaj will take him out from just behind him, I believe. Didn't read his position fully, and Yeah, he gets him actually from the side. Saw the angle. Reads it nicely. It's actually right from in front. So nice little snap there for Pamaj. And now all of a sudden, Pamaj would go up 2-0. So yeah, big bounce back here. We talked about how versus the Scump on standoff search, they were going defense for defense early, but first 2 rounds capitalized by Pamaj and the team, and all of a sudden now Complexity have to find a way to respond.
See if they can bounce back after what has been a successful search team, like we saw earlier. And I mean, Complexity has not been very good on this map this time around, though. You found rated and you found entry right in towards A. So this is looking a lot better because every single member is just about ready. C6 also follows up with another one. That's Aches with a third. Last one left alive, going to be Pamaj, as it looked like that was maybe going to be a shot lined up for him, but will be flashed out there, taken down from the back. And finally, we're going to see Aches and Co get themselves around on the board.
Yeah, a bit of aggression there does pay off for him. And maybe it's a bit of consideration the fact that Pamaj couldn't find an opening snipe to really slow things down, but okay, it's actually through the... I didn't realize you could wallbang that. Okay, so today I learned. I guess it makes sense. It's just glass, right? It's just like holographic glass. And Pamaj is calling sus in chat. That's what I'm saying. I didn't realize, but today I learned, and now all of a sudden just a 1-round differential.
We got the bomb.
1-2, and couple offenses now coming through for us, so the changeup might just go over towards B, and I feel like a lot of our favorites so far and what we've seen on Meltdown has been towards A, which is interesting because B is definitely another site you can look to get yourself into. But Karma with another first blood, that's going to be big, but as that happens, we'll see Happy Face actually work himself in, goes for a second challenge, will be punished from Aches. Now with all those kills coming through, rated, last one left alive, tagged up for a quick moment, 1v2 against Aches and Karma, both on the 3 spree. That's Aches with a challenge, and Aches with the kill, taking him down, and as they lose 2, they respond with 2.
It's another bold challenge from Aches. Just again goes wide, right down the chute. It was being watched, but Rated couldn't lock down the shots. So 2-2 tied we are.
Switching operation ready point.
And we've seen a lot more aggression, really just from Complexity overall. And if Pamaj isn't hitting shots, and if they can't lock down AR lines of sight, it could continue to be a nuisance here for Pamaj and Co. As this time they'll be trying to defend things, again, pretty heavily stacked over towards A and up the middle of the map. For the offensive Complexity, it will be a 3-man hit over towards B with just one watcher over the middle. And Happy is getting aggressive, and depending on the timing here, he might be in a great spot to hit through this, but looks like a stun came out, and that should give information on where Happy's positioned, but he snuck all the way behind Vision. This will be a free kill and the potential to wrap around the hit over towards B.
Yeah, he's hit with the EMP grenade there, and he just somehow is still able to push all the way through and get himself to a spot where he almost finds a second kill. But that's C6 and Teepee both finding a couple of kills here to give themselves an advantage. Now Pamaj through the middle with the scope, looking for a challenge, but won't necessarily get one just yet coming through. The setup looks to be strong on the back half of their spawn, and that will be Karma dealt with. Quick scope almost there. C6 will shut him down. Rated now knows exactly where both players know where he is, and well, this is just going to have to be a challenge that hopefully comes through, but with only about 12 seconds left, it is just no time. You can't find both players. Anticipating maybe a flank, but he is pinched and he is taken down. So 3 straight rounds coming through here for Complexity.
Yeah, not bad here. A big bounce back for Complexity, and again, you were kind of hoping for another kill for Happy, but as soon as he finds the first, Complexity realized that, okay, we've got to bunker up. And the good news is that the fact is they get the bomb planted before that interaction happens on the backside of this. If that bomb doesn't get planted, then you're in a really tough spot because you need that third member to be able to respond to the pinch and whatever's coming from the front. So you don't really have the opportunity to plant the bomb immediately. So the fact that they get that bomb plant time is actually huge for them to be able to have all 3 guns aligned and up and ready to go for their post-plant setup. Now another aggressive hit, this time for Pamaj and Co. as they immediately stack over towards B. Karma topside mid of the turbine. He finds one! Almost gets a second. He actually wanted to snap for the third. Would have been highlight clip worthy on the day, but TP pinching from the side will clean things up, and that's 4 in a row now for Complexity.
Oh, that's a fast round, and this is where things, I think, start to snowball out of control. You're getting some excellent reads coming through, some great play calls that are simply just setting up a lot of these counters now, and I think now after a couple of rounds go over, it just seems like the squad is starting to figure out exactly the play style. You know, Pamaj has been pulling out the scope, so they're forcing a lot of these closer engages that are coming through on the bomb sites, and that's just making it very difficult on the offense now for the side of Pamaj and Co. to be able to work themselves towards the site. So 4-2, 4 straight rounds coming in. Looks to be another another hit over towards B, and why not? It worked last time. It was off the back end of really just gaining early control, dropping the bomb, and forcing an advantage where you have the early setup. This time around, Karma, he's been so good with these first bloods. Finds yet another one, as this bomb likely should go down.
Happy tries to contest, not going to find the kill onto Karma.
Charge is set.
Still, though, 2 members nearby, raided. Can't really lock down the shots. Again, you see him affected by the EMP. Couldn't get the centering he was hoping for. Now 5 rounds in a row for Complexity. No more nonsense for them as they're 1 round away from going up 2-0.
And this is the map we said they had to take, right? Like, there's no other chance that you would have in this series unless you were to take this map away. I feel like there's just really no argument to be made that you're going to go into what it seems to be the best game mode so far for Teepee's team, where they've been so solid in CTF. And I mean, that's the game mode that they even, you know, took over Parasite's team, where they had actually beat them in the best of 5 and at least contested some of the respawns. So this is the one that you have to take here, and it's not looking great. And well, look who matches Pamaj with the sniper. It's Karma. Teepee's hitting a fast flank, gonna be able to line up a couple of kills. There's 1, moves in for what should be 2, and there it is, 6-2 this time around. Complexity getting the flip side of this scoreline coming off of their last Meltdown match, and they will pull ahead by 2 in the series.
Yeah, this is looking like just too much of a mismatch here for Pamaj and Co. And their way to set up what would be an incredible reverse sweep would have to be done on Slums CTF. Everybody, we are jumping on in for map number 3 very quickly. We were discussing the Subway sandwiches for just a moment there, but we're going to feast on this match instead, as it's going to be interesting because Complexity, who have ran through Pamaj's squad so far in the first 2 maps, are already threatening for a potential pull, as they will start to have one on the way. It's going to be a rotation right through Brick's side, and it looks like Teep are going to be sealed. Pardon me, English. Teep is going to be able to successfully get this confirmation, no problem, early on.
Yeah, Teepee stunned up, and I think the only one that's going to be able to come in here off the bat like this is going to be a team like Complexity, where they have just done this now a couple of times. And talking about feasting, Alan, well, Complexity's feasting on this squad right now, and they're feasting pretty hard because we've now come into a couple of CTFs on Slums where there's been the first push. They've been able to translate that in towards a flag cap, and well, this is now a relay essentially coming off the spawn. Ix already has the Hellstorm, already has the lightning strike. There might be one player that actually did slip by that might be able to force the gunfight. We'll see if it can be one, but Ix still wins that. And oh my god, that's full streaks.
Oh boy.
We've captured the enemy flag.
Well, yep, this is happening.
Already?
This is happening. Yikes indeed.
Flag acquired.
Another flag grab for
4 down.
Teepee. Again, from the unfavored side. 4 down, like you say. This is going to be another secured cap. 3 straight. And already, Nake's going to let the War Machine go. So what about, so Black Forest Ham, you said?
Oh, dude, it's, oh, Alan, this is just, they're so good, you know, they're so good. And, I mean, there's not, I think they're already saying GG's, and I think they know, right? Like, 3-0, 2 minutes in, like, you don't even have a chance. And remember, like, Complexity is on the bad side, by the way. For anyone that maybe does not know Black Ops 2 and some of these maps and whatnot, the CTF on this side of the map that we see Teepee and Co. spawn on is not the favorite side. It's very difficult to be able to gain control, and they are having no problem getting control. So that should pretty much frame things up for how difficult it is to be able to put flag caps in. And now we see a 3-0 flag differential, 4 now actually, as that last one goes in. So this is real tough, Alan, real tough. We'll take a look at the scores. Justin wants to see what we got here, and oh boy, like, Teepee's like, I'm just running flags, guys. Like, what's going on?
you guys having fun? I'm just oh man, this is tough. This is tough. Well, 2 minutes still in the half.
Drop their flag.
Streaks have been spent, but there's still plenty to use. Well, Pamaj will find 1 kill. I really don't even know how to commentate this. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's not easy. Like, I mean, you're just casting from one POV. I mean, you're basically just kind of taking these little clips like this, and it's like you can just, you know, cast over how good they are. Like, oh my god, look at Crim6 go, dude, he's so good. Like, it just seems like this is just so insane. Like, it's so difficult because it's so one-sided, and we haven't seen anyone match them on this map mode combo. And I mean, the hardpoint was pretty out of hand too, to be fair. They didn't even get 50 points, but it just seems like there's like this overwhelming control when they play CTF that it just feels like, man, like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Like, what is the answer to this? I don't know.
And, you know, it's funny because, you know, just in case you're joining late, you know, we're playing this game on PC, no aim assist, so mouse and keyboard. And at that moment, we're like, well, okay, well, hold on a second. You know, yeah, you've got players that had won championships on this game, but that was on controller. And you've got a couple of players that are in the mix that are incredible mouse and keyboard gamers, but doesn't seem to matter.
Nope. No, it does not. This is a clinic. Streaks are just coming in as fast as they get them, and that's it. A little EMP thrown out. Aches should be able to run this one in. Cap number 5 is good on the unfavored side of the map. Next push about to take place. Teepee with the first one here on the 3 spree. Or rather on the 4 spree here as he finds that one, and now he'll look to go for a relay. Streaks are still coming in. It just feels like they have an unlimited amount of streaks, and it's like everybody has them, you know? It's not even like they're earning them anymore. It's just like they're populating, and you're just like, all right, let's call the next one in and find a couple more kills, as this will absolutely be 6 flag caps here before this first side ends.
Well, it's not as good as what we saw them do before, where it was 7. It was 7-0 from the first half.
They were on good side last time, Alan. Cut them some slack now. Come on.
Pamaj. Well, that was a close one.
Need that restart.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, there it is.
Lost that round, but it's not over.
I guess I think they forfeited, right? I mean, based off what we're reading, we're getting smoked. We can't contest you. Let's just end the game and call it here. I mean, that's the gist of what I'm reading, so.
Get ready for the next round.
I can tell you had no life when this game was at its
Capture the
prime.
flag. Capture
Not
the
wrong.
Oh,
Be
man.
advised, hostile war machine deployed.
Way too funny.
You can still win, Crim 6, with his positivity. Oh, yeah, it's winnable. Well, at least let them. I feel like it would be okay to let them run 5 flags here, right? Like, just let them run 5 flags.
Yeah, give him a go. Like, put this on hard mode. Like, give him 9. Like, give him 9
2
quick
knives
ones
only,
and
right?
see if you can come back last second. That would be fun.
Oh, the Observer just joined here from, I think, the mainstream as well. Well, you guys are in for a treat. For a double
wait,
dose.
actually?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. And I mean, Happy just follows up with a leave after that. He's like, I'm not putting this game on display for 5,000 people on the main channel. Let's get out of here, dude. I don't want to be here anymore.
That meme from The Simpsons, like, I'm scared.
Oh,
is
boy.
looking like this one's all done. 2 players leave. So that will complete the 3-0 in some fashion here for Complexity & Co.